start. All right, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benji Kenya, Benji Forex, and I'm pleased to have each and every one of you being here. It's an honor, it's a privilege. It's on Sunday, 7th of September 2025, just after September NFP, and it has been an amazing journey working you with on this particular path of trading. And what I'll do today is just to analyze the fundamentals that we had last week. Then we're going to do the fundamentals that we're going to be having this week. Then we do some bit of analysis on DXY, top-down analysis on DXY, the dollar index. Then we go to EU, GU. Then we go to the metal you guys love so much, XAU, USD. So without much further ado, let's begin the fundamentals. So this is Forex Factory. I'm checking last week's fundamentals from 1st to 5th. And it's actually, let me just filter this so that you can have just USD based news only. All right, so that we can be able to check what happened last week. Okay, so we started Monday with a bank holiday. It was a Labor Day, if I'm not wrong. It was a low volume day. Actually didn't trade. Tuesday I took one trade. We had ISM manufacturing PMI that actually came out lower than the focus. All right, then we had JOLTS job openings that came out actually lower than the focus also. So the dollar dumping, or we have a negative dollar for the news. Then we have ADP and farm employment change, 54K, expected was 73K. Also, the market still went even below and down for the dollar. Then we had unemployment claims. We had more people claiming that they are unemployed. So 237K expected was 230. So this means that the dollar kept on dumping. Then 5 p.m. we had ISM services PMI that actually came out positive, greater than the forecast, which was good. Then Friday, which was a big day, we had three news. That is the average hourly earnings, monthly, NFP, the big one, then unemployment rate. So as expected, we had an average hourly earnings maintained at 0.3%. Then we had an employment rate maintained also at 4.3%. So what was remaining was the NFP, and this I had posted in my private VP community that we are going to be expecting the dollar to keep on dumping. One thing that I was sure of is because the dollar, you see these JOLTS job openings came out negative. So the JOLTS job openings came out lower than whatever was expected. So meaning that there were no jobs that were in the month of the last previous month, which was in August. Okay. Also, ADP and farm employment change, and also unemployment came. So these 1, 2, 3 are red folder news. Actually, I was so convinced that NFP is going to come out negative. That's one. But to my shock, it actually came out even lower than expected. I had posted if this news is going to come out 50K and lower, it's going to be very, very bad for the dollar. And actually it came out at 22K, which is actually very bad for the dollar. So rate cuts are looming. Rate cuts are on the way. So we are having currently, I was just checking and doing some research, we're having 100% 25 basis point rate cuts for this month of September, which is going to happen on 17th. So let me just, can we go on 17th? Yes. So on 17th, this is when you're going to be having federal fund rates, FOMC economic projection, FOMC statement, then 9:30. This is where our uncle is going to be interviewed by a number of panelists. All right, so Wednesday is going to be a very big day. This is not this coming week, it's going to be the other coming week. Okay, and you're expecting the rates to be cut by 25 basis points. So what does it mean? So it means that the dollar is going to keep on doing what? Dumping. That's according to my analysis. So gold to the moon, GBP USD to the moon, EUD USD also to the moon. So that's going to be my expectation for for this month. Okay, please, if you join in and you see your mic is unmuted, please mute it. We don't want interruptions. All right, so let's check and see what we're having for this week now. We apply this just for the dollar. I love checking the dollar, what we're having for this week. So this week, the highly anticipated news that we're going to be waiting for is the CPI, which we're going to have 3 CPI news: CPI, core CPI, monthly on monthly, CPI monthly on monthly, then CPI yearly on yearly, then unemployment claims. So we're going to be having 4 red folder news on Thursday. So this is going to detect what is going to happen to the dollar. So remember, the job creation is actually not doing so well in the US. If and only if the CPI comes out if the inflation, actually CPI actually measures the inflation. If the data is going to come out that the US is be having a lot of inflation rate and the job creation is not actually doing so well based on the NFP data that came out on Friday, this means that you're going to be having a higher probably rate cuts that is going to happen on September 17th, which is going to be the other week, and just probably because you're having 100% 25 rate cut basis points, probably because of CPI that's going to happen on Thursday. If it comes out very negative for the dollar, meaning inflation is so high, you might have a 50% basis point rate cut for the dollar. Probably this is so new to you guys. Probably it's not. But what am I trying to say? Simple. The dollar will keep on dumping. And if the dollar is going to keep on dumping, you guys know what we're going to do. So gold, I had speculated it even in around April, that gold, before the year ends, we are going all the way to 4,000. And we are almost to make it 3,600. Pardon me. We are at 3,600. Already we have hit that mark. So some 4,000 pips remaining. 4,000 pips, 4,000 pips from where it is. Let's do some calculation. 4,000 pips. If you just use a small lot size of even the least, let's say 0.05, okay, times probably 10. This is $2,000 for you. $2,000 with the current rate. This is a quarter milli. You can be able to buy yourself tush for a taxi business. Can be able to buy a land for yourself. So I'm projecting 4K. We are going all over to that particular area. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, no red folder news. Okay, so it's going to be a calm. Let me just make sure that we are having. Also, let me just include all this news for AUD, CAD, CHF. I will skip the China, Euro, Pound, JPY, NSD, apply filter. Then we have it there. So Monday, Tuesday, no red folder news is going to be a calm. Calm 2 days for the first 2 days of the week, 8th and 9th. So I'll be able to trade only during the openings of London and also New York. But one thing I usually know is that gold will always move even if we don't have any red folder news. So when we don't have a red folder news, it means we don't have a catalyst to move the markets 200, 300 pips during New York or London open. But during the London and New York, that's what we usually call the macros. We'll be able to catch some good setups. The market will actually and will eventually move. That's for sure. Then Wednesday, we have PPI. Thursday, big day, we're going to be having CPI. Then Friday, we close it with prelim UN consumer sentiments. This is one thing that the Fed actually usually love watching also. These are news that actually get me off the radar actually, because by 5 p.m. on Friday, I'm usually done with trading. So the big day is on Thursday. 2 days we don't have red folder news, meaning that we're going to be having less setups probably, because if Monday we might not get a trade, Tuesday you get one, Wednesday you might get another one, Thursday we trade after CPI or just before, okay, Friday London session, and we're done. So it's going to be a very crazy week. So if you get a setup, please kill the lot size, but kill the lot size with a good applied risk management parameter. So we are 35. We're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Okay, so let's begin. So we'll start with the dollar index. We'll do top-down analysis from the daily. So that's all for the fundamentals. So let's now get into the charts and we see what we are having on the charts. So I hope you guys can see the screen still. I use the old school green and red candlestick still. It's an old school one because I'm a mentor. I usually teach students, and this is the default one. I'm not using the ICT or the SMC kind of candlesticks. I had a comment, someone saying that you're using the old school candlestick. And I told him, yes, but my account, my MT5, I'm in blues. How about yours? Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're able to interpret candlesticks. So that's what really matters. So let me start with the dollar index on the daily time frame. So let's see how we were able to close. Remember when the market opened on Monday, then we had a very big a candle on Tuesday. That was a bullish candle. Then on Wednesday, this is where things got interesting. On Wednesday candle was able to check out the high. Tuesday's high, and then closed below or within the range of Tuesday's candle. And this is what we call a CRT formation. For those ICT traders who are here, you guys know. So this low was what we were targeting, okay? And it actually came to light that on Friday, NFP, actually fundamentals usually pushes the market to areas of liquidity. And we can see this low was an area of liquidity. So we had this CRT formation actually being completed on Friday, and that was a good thing. So what I'll do, I'll just delete this. So if you guys remember, this probably had shared it with the private community only. So probably. So Monday's low was taken out. By Friday's low, the market closed above. So what are we expecting to see this week? Please pardon me. Let me come to the weekly time frame. We see what we are having. Pardon me, because we're supposed to start with the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that we're having around 3 candles which are actually showing signs of weakness. All right, these 3 candles are actually here, and with these 3 candles are actually here, we're expecting a very big dump to happen. So August week 2, August week 3, August week 4, and also the first week of September, we have been having candles that have been having a very big rejection from above. So I don't know if it's liquidity that is being built up still, because you can see that we were able to take out the low of last week and also the low of last week but one. Very good indication. So probably if you ever see that this market is going to come all the way up to this high, okay, don't be shocked, because that's what you call a CRT formation also. But with how the things are moving, I'm not seeing any signs of strength on the dollar. I'm seeing it dumping and continually dumping altogether. Okay, and this is on the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting this week. If this week's candle is going to close above, you're going to go higher. This is going to be our area of liquidity. If it's going to close below, last week's candle, we are definitely targeting this low as an area of liquidity. That's one. Then 2, this low, that is a monthly CRT formation. I don't want to get into the monthly, and that's what we're expecting. So I'm expecting dumps to happen actually for the coming or the consecutive weeks that we're going to be having. All right, so that's on the weekly. Daily I have shared, but on the daily we are having a very good area, a very good area of interest. Actually, this is an internal FVG. Okay, very interesting one. IFVG that is actually here. This is an area that I would love to see probably a reaction that it might happen actually before we might actually continue dumping. So this has been taken out. We're expecting Monday and also Tuesday we have pullbacks. Okay, and you guys if you have been here, you guys know that continuations usually happen from Wednesday, Thursday, and also Friday. As you can see, this was Wednesday's candle. The market has been bearish. Monday, Tuesday, we had a lot of manipulation. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we had continuations of the bearish trend. So we have taken out this low. Definitely, once an old low has been taken out, especially in a higher time frame, expect some pullbacks. So I'm expecting a pullback, especially to this zone that is actually here. This is the first zone that I'm expecting actually market to dump. We're also having a very good OB that is actually here. Probably the market can come higher before we continue going down. All right, and this is going to be our previous week low. Very interesting one that we need to mark out, because that's a low that we're going to be able to target, especially on Wednesday or Friday. Previous week low, then we're having our previous week high. Sorry, yeah, this is previous week's high is going to be here. And I believe the previous week's high is going to act as a strong internal. We are not going to be able to touch this area. This is Wednesday's high. Monday, okay, previous week's low. That's good. Okay, so we have marked out that. So on the H4, what we are seeing, or what I'm seeing, is dumps altogether. All right, just continuation of dumps. There was a zone that was actually looking out for probably buys on this particular area, but didn't. This supply zone actually respected our supply zone. So this area was actually respected. I'll drop lower because on H4 I'm not seeing anything. This is our internal FVG that we need to see some reactions. Okay, so you guys remember, I usually share these particular setups every single day, Monday to Friday, for those who love trading the dollar, GU, and also EU. And there was a good zone that I was actually expecting a retest of this supply. It was actually retested. Okay, and the market decided to do what? To dump. And this was an analysis that I actually did on Thursday. Okay, and the market actually respected it. So what I'm going to eye on also, because we're having an IFPG on this particular area, on that same particular area, we also have what? We also have a good supply zone that we need to check on it, because that's the area that gave us the dumps on Friday. All right, so we need to check that area very, very well. I can decide to take it on the OB. That's also so good. Okay. So this is a supply zone, and we need, this is supply zone is what I usually call selling zone. Okay, where we need, or where we expect the market to react from. So this area can serve as a very good area of interest. If not, we might go higher. We close down this gap that happened actually, and also react from this particular zone. That's the left unmitigated area. All right. If I decide to use the fib, just to check this swing high and also this swing low, we check if our area is also in line with the fib levels also, and we can be able to check, yes, quite true, we are above 50%. That's one. Two, we are closer to the 618 zone, which is called also the golden zone. And also it's, if you guys are fib traders or students, 76 and 618 usually serve as a good area for interest. So this is what I'm checking. So my zone is actually in line with the fib area, so I'll be waiting for a reaction on this particular area, and from here can be able to expect some pumps Monday and also Tuesday. Before now we be able to do what? We'll be able to, it's going to be having a manipulation. Then from here we can be able to see what? The sells. I hope you're together till there. On the dollar index, we're good. Please, if you're good and you can see the screen, please react so that I can see that we are doing well. We are 38 members. Derek MJ, okay, very nice. Now tuko sambamba. So 97.542, that's where I'll be expecting probably a reaction. This is more liquidity that is actually being built up over here. So that's liquidity for us. Okay. More sells on the dollar index. Very fast. Let's go to EU. I'll start over on the weekly time frame. If your mentor is not analyzing the dollar index as the first pair, iko shida. Okay, iko shida kubwa sana. All right. Kama yeye anakujanga na kueleza MJFX unacheka. If your mentor comes and just analyzes gold, just like the few traders who came in on Friday. Okay, please let's be able to analyze the dollar index. It's actually a very good thing to actually analyze, because we don't trade the dollar, but we're able to use it to do analysis and also to be able to do what? To check on correlations. That is very, very important. Okay. Yes, user is asking a very good question. That means we are bullish on EU. Quite true. Quite true. I'm sharing the setup on XAU in the next probably 15 minutes. So let's check on EU. EU is actually opposite of the dollar index. It actually moves the same as the dollar index, but the opposite way. So on the weekly time frame, still more rejections all over here. Can see a lot of rejections. Definitely, we're expecting a very big pump to happen. Also, altogether, we're expecting this high to be taken out, and we also have previous month's high to be taken out also altogether. So, what are we expecting on the weekly? Continuation of the pumps, but we can see that on the weekly, we have taken out this low, this high. Previous week's high has been taken out. For the CRT, if this market comes all the way down to this low and decides to comes back, just be aware and alert that this is a CRT formation. It might be possible, but that's not our expectation for this week. Are we expecting more continuation of buys? Please, I have said it again and again. For the person who is using the pen, you are actually doing injustice to me. And I will keep on saying this. We as Forex traders, we are smart traders, and we are very educated people. Okay? Simple instructions. Don't use the pen on your screen. That's 1, 2. Please don't unmute your mic. Simple instructions. Here too. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? But if you're here to interrupt my meeting, please, I know whoever is doing that. So I'll just remove you from the meeting. Okay? Please, we are educated people. So let's continue. Sorry for that, guys. Some few people who want to do injustice to me. So on the daily time frame, we have a good OB that is actually resting here, but we have to go all the way down on lower time frames to check, because this market has actually taken out a good high. Probably also tapped into this supply on the daily. Also, we can be able to see it. Okay, and that's why we're having a rejection. So expect this market to have a dump, okay, to this particular area before now we go all the way up. Okay, so this is on the daily. What else can I see? We have liquidity being taken out. I told you also altogether, whenever the market comes into a bullish PDRA or a bearish, and we have a sweep of this low, the market moves high, comes, retests this level, we are going higher. It's just a matter of time. Okay, just a matter of time. So we are going high and high. So that's the OB on the daily. We're expecting it to be mitigated before we continually do what? Go higher. So there was a zone that I was actually having some eyes on. This was the zone that I was actually having eyes on for the bullish run, but actually it didn't actually play out well. This was a very good zone for buys, but these are the markets. Markets are so versatile. Markets, whenever you set your traps, it's not a must for the markets to come to your areas of interest. Okay, they might react even some few pips above, and you're going to feel wasted. You're going to feel so bad, but that's the market. Okay, so that's how it is. That's how it is. If it was so easy, everyone will be doing trading by now. Okay, so sometimes you're going to get wiped out your stop loss. Sometimes you miss it with a few pips. Sometimes you get it and you smash the market. Okay, quite well, and you take the broker home. Okay, hapa hakuna kurumia HFM, please. If you get a good setup, please. Let's maximize on this setup. So I was able to meet up with the Nairobi traders over the weekend. Was it over the weekend? Yes. And there's a secret that these guys are doing. Okay, they trade few pairs and they are able to get into trades with big lot size. They are risk takers. Eldoret traders are a bit of conservative traders, and also Nairobi. I mean, all the rifts, apart from Nairobi, all the other traders are a bit of relaxed traders. You want to make your $10, $20, and you're comfortable. Okay, you can be able to buy your shopping with a $20, $30 profits. but there's more to that. There's more to that. Okay. So that's why I told you we need to get to this billionaire phase. So there's some few who are already on this phase, on the billionaire phase, where they're using lots, big lot sizes. And this is the 20 lots. If you're not, if you are not in this session earlier, I was explaining the different phases of forex trading, where you need to start by getting into the learning phase first. It will take you 1 to 2 years, then get into a survival phase where you deposit your last pennies and your last funds and your last savings, okay, and you keep on blowing it. All right, there they get into the profitability phase, all right, where now you start making weekly withdrawals, just like me and other traders who usually do it, okay. Then there's this billionaire phase where you guys need to come to, okay. This is where you're going to be earning 6-figure income in terms of dollars. Okay. Hapa kwa profitability, won't lie, this is 3-figure, 100, 200, $300. Okay. So yeah, Dean says the secret is courage on strategy, and also what? And also stable psychology and big lot sizes. Very true. Very, very true. Very true. Lot size ya shamba. Very true. That's the only secret. But if you keep on trading with a 0.01 and you expect, and you are shouting no risk, no Ferrari, hapo hakuna risk. That's not a good risk that you're doing. Ingia na lot size yenye hata ukiingia uko kwa trade, you cannot be able to sit down. You cannot be able to actually even talk to anyone. You are sweating. That's now trading. So let's get into this week motivated, so that you can be able to get more profits. If you're using a 0.01, I challenge you this week, use times 2, 0.02. I won't tell you to go to 0.1 or 1. Just double that lot size. If I've been using 0.05, I've been using 0.05 on gold. That's my least lot size. I'll be doing 0.1 now from today. Okay, to all the way to 1 lot. Before December ifike, I'll be using 1 lot. 1 lot on gold, my friend. Hey, eh? It's chaotic. All right. For those who are trading with probably you've been trading with a 0.3, that's your least, probably on currencies. I challenge you to use a 0.6 from this coming week. Let's get into the profitability phase. Now, in profitability phase, utaifika if you're still on the survival phase and you're using those lot sizes, 0.01. You can never get into this profitability phase. You have to risk it and add more layers on the same. So let's continue on Euro USD. So H4, this is what I was seeing. This was the area of interest that I wanted actually to buy from. It actually didn't tap me in. This was on Tuesday. I could have held this opportunity, but the market actually didn't tap me in. So what did I do? I decided to wait. There was a good OB that was here. We had a sweep of Tuesday's low with a Wednesday's candle. The market pushed higher. I was waiting for it. I will go to the 1 hour. I mean to the 1 hour in a few, so you can be able to see it. And then we were supposed to pump higher. So also on the daily, let's see if you have an FVG that is actually here, a very tiny one. Okay, let me mark out this OB on the body so that at least we can see it on the H4. Okay. That's the OB that is actually there. Probably we might be expecting a reaction from this particular daily OB. So this entire candlestick can actually work out so good for us. This can be our buy zone. I will show you this zone in a few. Let's go all the way to the 1 hour. So this 1 hour, was my area of interest that I actually wanted to buy this market from. Let me just do this for now. Okay, and this was a good zone for us as traders. You guys know whenever we have a sweep, a low has been swept, the market pushes higher strongly with good momentum. Institutional candlesticks that are present, market pushed higher. We have a pullback. This was my area of interest. This was a type 1 type of liquidity entry. Waited for lower time frame confirmations. The market didn't tap me in. Sorry for the so many words, but that's how we usually trade. For those who are used to that, okay, we have a good break of structure that is actually here, and the market actually pushed higher. So orders have been placed here, and this is where we'll be expecting probably a reaction if this market can come all the way down to this particular low. If not, probably my zone is going to be valid. Okay, can decide to come and tap me in on this particular level because I'm still expecting this market to come to this area also. So I'll be having eyes on this level for now. Okay. I usually love having or getting into trades, especially if I'm trading on the lower demand areas. Why? Because of something that is called a liquidity sweep. I hate being liquidated. That's one thing I don't love. Okay, so this is the zone that I'll be actually having eyes on. If not, if we have a good reaction upper and the market actually reacts, especially on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday on a London or New York, I will get in without thinking twice. Price and time. Yeah. So this is where I'll be able to look for buys, and then we're going to push higher. This is going to be a previous week high. This is going to be a liquidity for us. This is also a weekly high, and then we have a monthly high. So both highs, they are already set, and we are waiting for that. So this is Euro USD. We okay with this? We go to GBP USD. Tuko sambamba na Euro. For Euro traders, we good with that? Hello? Reactions tafadhali? Yes, Dean says it's okay. Quite good. Okay, MJ, okay, it's sawa. Mint iko sawa. If you don't agree with me, there's no problem. I usually welcome what do we call it? Critic. That's so good, eh? I'm not the perfect trader. I'm here just to be able to analyze. The difference I usually say between me and you is just experience. Kuna kitu kingine? Experience na account peke yake. Nothing more. That's the only difference. So if you keep on, so I'm a living testimony that actually Forex works. So if you keep on being consistent, pushing and pushing and pushing on a daily basis, definitely you'll never get it wrong. There's a mentor that actually told me that if you keep on trading daily, consistently, okay, soon and very soon, you're going to get into the profitability curve very soon, daily, without giving up. But the issue is nakwanga ni psychology. Psychology usually affects us big time, but don't worry. So I'm analyzing and also giving you some psychological talks. Don't worry. That's how I am, a mentor. So GBPUSD on the weekly, we can see some good reaction over here. We can see that the 3 weekly candles were taken out by last week's candle. Okay, so probably and most probably on GBPUSD, the market has created the low of the month. So this is a strong internal. So this is a low that has been created already. We're expecting this week definitely a dump before we continue going higher. But whenever the market creates a low in the first week of the month, definitely the next consecutive weeks is just bullish. So I love trading GBPUSD than Euro USD for some few reasons. All right, and probably the market has created the low that is actually here. So we're expecting the market to create the high, to continually create the high as we progress to the coming weeks. So this is a good a reaction on the weekly. Okay, we have a sweep of liquidity. That's good. The market pushed higher, and then we are waiting for this previous month's high to be taken out. Let's check where we had the previous August. So we had the monthly low here, so it has not been taken out, no problem. But at least these lows have been taken out. This is a previous monthly high, waiting for it to be taken out. We have the extreme range liquidity, waiting for it also to be taken out by this month. Okay, my guys, by the third week, whenever we are going to have the FOMC projection, GU itakuwa iko huku juu. Please hold on those trades. If you're very hungry, kama uko njaa, let me use kama uko njaa sana, just get in with 2 entries, moja ya kutoa njaa, nyingine ya kuhold. Okay. Kenyan traders are always hungry. Ukiona 2 profits unataka kutoa mbio. Okay, pardon me. This live is being recorded. I want to make sure that I'm actually using English because we have international listeners also. All right, haraka sana. Yeah, true. Ukiona 2 blues, $10. Hey, why do I have to hold? Let me just exit the market. $20. Soon and very soon by next year, I'll be training some few of you guys to be not to become traders but to become investors, where you just get 1 entry and you leave it to stay for some 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, I'll be raising some few investors. Sasa hapa ni investors. We're getting into the billionaire phase very soon. Sawa sawa. Kama uko njaa sana, ingia na 2 entries. Okay? And expect some good reaction. So, we had a low that was taken out on the daily on the FVG internal. We had an internal range liquidity area. Whenever we have a sweep of this is very good. We can see that Wednesday's low was able to take out Tuesday's low, and the CRT formation has been completed, and now we are going higher. Okay, so once it has been completed, also we have a good OB that has been left behind. We need to come and mitigate this zone before we continue going up. So Monday, Tuesday, market can offer the sells or the pullback move. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to have the continuation on the H4. Also, altogether, there is a zone that I was actually looking at. There's a supply zone that is actually here. GBP USD has actually been not favoring me. I had missed a very good entry over here with some few pips, actually 2 pips, as you can see it. 2 pips peke yake and the market moved. TP was realized. Okay, no wahala. This was a 6.45R. I was risking $60. I mean $50. 6.45. Could have gotten 322. There's a quote that usually says missed trades actually are actually painful than a trade that actually hits your stop loss, which I agree with it. It pained me so much. Miss out na 2 pips, missing out $332 because of 2 pips. Surely, GBP USD. Okay, then the market decided to actually dump. So this is what we usually call liquidity consumption, and liquidity was consumed. All the early buyers that were here, they were consumed, and the market decided to dump. After the market decided to dump, we had some push. Okay, and this was the NFP move that actually happened, but I'm seeing also the market coming back to this area before we continue going lower. So that's on the H4. So on the H1, I'll just mark out the NFP move just before the market decided to pump. So this is the area. Okay, I'll just decide to mark it out, but I'm seeing a scenario where this low is going to be taken out, and the market is going actually to come much deeper on deeper areas. Okay, as I said, I love trading on the deeper areas, but if this zone is going to hold probably not on a Monday, on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's during the opening of New York or London, I will take this trade. But for now, because we're expecting the dollar index to actually also pull back, I'll be expecting this market at least to have come to these particular lows. We're having a good area here also, good order block that has an FVG. Okay, the market decided to buy. So I am seeing a scenario, even if you're going to use footprints, you're going to use what kind of indicators? Volume profile. I believe this zone is going to hold. Okay, it's going to hold still on GBP/USD. I'm seeing that scenario, and I'm seeing this market actually reacting from this area. If it's going to come to this area, I will take 3 entries. The first one ni anja. Okay, the second one ni ya kuhold mpaka previous month's high. Hiyo ni ya bills, and the third one is for investments mpaka huko juu. 3 entries sawa zote nimezitag. Okay, so GBP/USD, I love trading GBP/USD. I don't know why. I have an affection with GBP/USD, so that's what I'll be expecting. This is where I'm having. But if the market is going to react from here, that's good. We also have a good candle on lower time frame. I'm so sure on this particular area. We have so many areas. Okay, so things can change during the week. How can you be able to be updated? Simple, by just joining our private VIP community, where we usually analyze the markets every single day from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we usually have so many speakers, not only me, but other traders, and also we're having ladies in the community, also upcoming traders who are also here and who are also hearing me quite right now. So this is GBP/USD. Then let me talk about gold. The monster gold now. So the Messiah gold. So last week we were able to catch around 700 pips on gold. This was the first buy, happened on Tuesday. I usually remember the day and also the price. When you wake up in the morning after you pray to God, angalianga tu gold iko wapi. because of late Asian session imekuwa ikicheza sana. So this is the area, or this is the zone, okay? 3470, this was my first area. You can see how the market reacted with zero drawdown. The market pushed higher. This was our first target. The market pushed higher. We went all the way up, and this was a good buy. I was able to cash in some good profits for this week. So this was my first clean buy of the week. My first actually entry on gold. Performed quite well. Zero drawdown, market pushed higher. There was a bit of some issues that was happening here. Let me just talk about psychology in a few. Whenever you get into a trade and you have set your stop loss and your TP, whatever, let me just use that word, whatever the F is going to happen just above your entry, just let it be. If this was going to happen just below or during the SL, please exit. But if it's happening above, these are orders that are being placed. Let the orders be placed. We had a good candle that came all the way down, swept, closed above. We was having some eyes on this area. And the market pushed actually quite higher. And this was during New York. So this was this setup was actually materialized during London on Tuesday. Then during New York, it offered those buys. Then the market decided to buy. And I was even shocked. Why did I have this TP over here? I could have had it on a good psychological zone, but at least I was able to bargain around 10.79 R. Good. I didn't enter on this week. I entered above it around this particular area. Okay, but it was a good sniper entry. Then on, was it on Thursday? Was it on Thursday? I saw people buying. Yes, it was on Thursday, buying from this candle. This was a very risky trade. We had an order block that has been left behind, which is actually here. Okay, that needs to be mitigated. So actually, the buy that actually happened was on this particular area. I was able to get some few pips. Let me check if I can be able to. Yes, this was the buy also around this was around 180 pips. They were good. There was a good reaction, and we were able to cash in. This was on Thursday also. So 700 plus pips on last week. So those are the buys. I wish I had held it back in NFP, but sasa during NFP, this is when things were interesting. You guys saw that I was able to buy gold, and yeah, and the buys went well. The market was on a good psychological zone. Okay, 33.50. This is one. I have shown you so many times that these psychological zones actually prove it. It has proven to us 1,000,001 times. So 33.50. Kama umeingia kwa 35.50, sorry, 35.50 could have held this all the way up to 3600. So this was a clean 1,500 pips. If you just used a small lot size of 0. You guys usually use what particular 0. Let's say 0.03. Okay, times 1,500. 1,500 pips. I believe so. Wow, hata si 1,500. It's more. It's lesser. It's around 5. This is 4,000. Actually, 5,000. Is it true? From that area to this area, actually, 500 pips. 500 pips. That's good. So 500 pips. Let me come. 0.03 times 500 pips times 10. We could have just used a 0.03. 0.03, you're risking probably 10, 15, 20 for you to make $150. This is good. If you are a big boy or a big girl, you're using a good lot size of probably one lot, okay, times 500 pips times 10. This is $5,000 for you. One lot size. This is for the big boys and the big girls in the building, okay? So that's good. This was a good, clean setup. I don't know why people decided to sell, okay? But this was a good setup that we had. So what am I expecting for this week? Let's just check it on the weekly time frame also, and we see what we are having. So on the weekly, the market actually gave us a bit of some big pressure all over here. We had a lot of consolidations from April all the way to September, to August. But this September, we are seeing some good bulls that actually are in play. So on the weekly time frame, tukuna internal FVG, market can actually be able to come back to this particular area. Okay, on this weekly FVG, we also have So these are the things that we usually look out for. We also have an order block that is actually here resting also. So probably the market can decide if and only if the market can decide to come back, we might probably have sells. So this is the new all-time high. I need to be able to update it. It's at 36.205. Okay, new all-time high. Then we have the previous one. Actually, the previous one sometimes when acting come a liquidity area or a support price is higher. Sometimes that's why I have it. CJ Bado. This high was realized on April 21st. So we're having a new high on gold. So let's come lower to the daily time frame. We see what we're having. So on the daily, it's actually quite interesting because don't worry about these lines I've drawn. Those are psychological zones. The Thursday's candle tapped into this daily fair value gap, as you can see. Whenever these fair value gaps are actually being respected, this is an FVG on the daily. Market tapped into it and rejected it quite hard. This was the high that was supposed to be taken out. Actually, on the daily at appear, we had a CRT formation. So this is the CRT low, CRT high. We're expecting the market to continually go higher. Okay, so there was no reason technically for us to be able to sell gold. We were looking for just buys. Okay, over on Friday. So this is good. This is a good movement. 3600 psychological zone was tapped into and the market rejected it. So let's see what you have on the H4. So on the H4, we are having two zones. When you look at gold on higher time frame, you might see probably if gold can come all the way down, but I highly doubt if this gold will come. This gold is so bullish, and I saw some billionaire buying a lot of gold. Okay, so I'm not seeing a scenario where this market can come all the way down. This was my first area I was looking at around 3480. This was a zone. Also, the private community was also checking. Market didn't come. There was a good zone around this particular area. The market actually didn't come. The market has reacted over on this particular area. This is a good H4 OB. We're expecting that area to be mitigated. One thing I love about this area is because we're having a good OB that has an FEG above it, which is actually here. So definitely what I'll be expecting is the market to come lower. All right, to come lower, mitigate this FVG, okay, create an inducement zone, come back to the OB, tap into it at least 50%, 3550 will be my ideal entry area. Then from there, we'll be able to do it. Have those buys. If this market is going to be on this particular zone, on this area of interest at around 33.55, 33.50, your area, on Thursday just before CPI, I'll take the buy. I'll definitely take the buy. I will not even think twice. I will take the buy and I will risk big time. If you see me in the showroom buying a new car, don't ask me, what did you do? It's just execution, a lot size, and knowing where to buy. Simple as that. All right, so you see me having an early vacation, okay, don't be shocked because I've already seen what gold wants to do. If it's going to land on this particular area, please take the buy on that particular day without thinking twice. PPI won't move the market. CPI will on Thursday, and it should be a very big movement that we're going to be expecting over on Thursday. So this is on H4, quite clear. That's my area, my interest. All right, same area. If I decide to actually refine it quite better, I will do some more refinement is at this particular area. Okay, that zone can actually work out quite well. So the dumps actually will be fine. If you are looking for sales, please come to the lower time frames, look for sales. That's so good. This is going to act as our inducement zone, all these lows that were created here. Okay, and we'll be expecting the dumps actually to happen. This is on the 15 minutes now. My team are usually good at looking out on these particular zones, especially on the lower time frames. So this can be good sales, like a stop loss above. Ideally, we usually have two types of stop loss: a subjective one, where it's going to be on this particular area, and an objective one above this area. So for DXY, it's actually quite tricky. If you decide to counter trade, unaweza tolewa mbio sana, but no risk, no beautiful wife. So what can we do? Let's check all the way until this particular area. Never put your TP around this buying area. Put it where we had the recent break of structure. Ukiweka hapo, you're going to be safe. See this area? Good one. So this was the recent break of structure. Have that TP there. It's usually an engineered liquidity kind of an area. This is liquidity for us, and that's what we have as our. This is 1 to 5.47. You can decide to have it even higher. Tukipata hata 1 to 4, it's a good one. It's a good clean area of interest. We can be able to decide to sell from here. So this is going to be a sell to buy setup. Then we buy it from this particular candle. See this candle is actually on the 15, quite good. So 33.52, but for me I will decide to take it at 33.50, 35.50. I don't know why 33 is in my head. 35.50 zone. 35 is going to be my price area, my engineered liquidity price level, where I'll be expecting engineered liquidity. The coordinates 35.50. So this is where I'll be waiting for the market to come to good clean. Utapata sniper entry ingine hatari sana. And when you cash in some profits, don't forget your mentor. Your mentor, the M-Pesa number is always the same. He's always on. You can be able to bless him. Ndo akupe setups kama hizi. It's going to be acting as a good encouragement for him. All right. Any questions still there? If we are good, or do you have any questions? How is 33.40? Any idea? Well, quite 33.40, which is lower. Ogur and Deri to ask that. So 33.40. Where is 33.40? Give me a minute, guys. Just a minute. $33.40. Where is 33.40? Uh, 33.40. 33.40. Hey, 33.40. My guy, please. This is ambiguous. 33.40 all the way from this low, these are areas I've been waiting for. 33.40. I'm not. These are good areas, but market kufika huku unrealistic. Please, 33.40 can, unless you're saying about 34.40, probably sawa, but 33.40, not now, not today. I'll be your escort, okay? $10 umeshindwa watu wa mjengo, okay? Delayed gratification, okay? Haraka sana, right? Oh, delayed gratification ile we were talking about when you having $10 profits and you exit very fast. So this is what I'll be able to wait for. If this zone is going to be taken out, I'll be waiting for more cells to come all the way down now to this particular area. This is our last unmitigated order block that we need to be mitigated. This zone is going to be a good one. We also have our previous all-time high being here. We have a good OB. We have a good FVG inducement zone. If this zone is going to be taken out, this is the next zone that I'll be watching, not this. This is inducement for us. All right. I'm waiting for your questions. I'm in for the buys, the same level, 35.57. I'm in for the buys in the same level. Okay. So what you can decide to do, I'm so sure it's on B. So I'm not here to come and confuse you. Please hold on to that buy. You can decide to take 50% partials. Okay, you can decide to take 50% partials. Let me delete this. If you're in the buys and if you're holding since NFP, okay, so probably if you used 0.05 lot size, probably take partials, close around 0.02, then let 0.03 lot size run on B or above B. That can be actually something good. Then have buy limits or set alerts on 35.50. That's going to be my area of interest, buying area. Okay, so that's going to be much better. I'm answering some few questions before I head probably to any particular pair, probably UJ and also AUDUSD. Okay, smart trader almost in. Okay, smart trader uko sawa, wewe uko sawa. Okay, oh, you were saying you are having the same area of interest. Okay, probably I didn't get your question, but kama ulikuwa unasema uko na hiyo same level for the buys, that's good. You're confirming the setup. That's actually quite good. Okay, so which other pair can we do? Time is up. Let me see. Sahi ni lot itakutoa block sahi. Very true. Lot to account size. Let me see if we're having traders who are here. who can be able to actually talk. Ivy, talk to me. Are you in a position to talk?
Yes.
Smart trader. Yes, Ivy.
Yes.
Are you in a position to talk and share your screen and probably share whatever you have? 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
On
let's
what
start
pair?
with then.
Yes.
Sorry?
On what pair do you want me to share?
The pair that you actually want to, which you trade and actually you're actually comfortable sharing.
Okay.
You analyze BTC.
Okay.
Okay. And then we can have smart trader. I'm not seeing my traders who are here. Probably they decided to take a flight to Dubai on vacation after NFP. So Ivy, please
Yeah.
tell us. I can see your screen. Let me stop sharing on my side. Yeah, you can continue. 5
Okay.
minutes only. These are ladies in Forex who are doing so big, eh? You can take it over.
Okay. Okay. So on the daily time frame, this is GBP USD. How? On the daily, we are bearish, but I'll focus on this here since DXY is telling something else. It's saying other stuff. So we swept some low here, but we didn't tap on this. Yeah. And you can see price came and gave us a change of character right here after sweeping this low. So I'm expecting price to come to this area and we see going to take some buys, see where from here. Yes. Either this area or this area here, anything can happen. If this area is going to fail, then we have a break below here because we can see 4 hour, we didn't get across above. We're having internal is bearish, and on the swing of the 4 hour is also bearish. So we might come to this zone right here, this zone here. So on the current price action of XAU, GBP, sorry, why XAU iko kwa akili tu sana. So let's wait for Monday. Kesho we see we've shifted and now we've respected this supply right here. So maybe we'll have this zone to be respected and to take us to this zone right here, but it might fail because we have no inducement here on this leg here. We'll see what will be happening. That is my view on XAU. 5 minutes ishaisha. Damn. Should I stop there?
Just continue. Just continue.
Okay. We are at all-time high on gold. I'll just go to 4 hour. Daily isn't giving it. So I'm expecting price to come to this area here, to this OB. We swept the low on the 4 hour, swept the low. And then let's see what price is going to do here. We have an inducement right here, this fractal. As you can see, this candle here failed to break the high of this candle here. So we have a fractal low here. I'm expecting it to be liquidated before we get confirmation to head to another all-time high. On the 15 minutes, currently. This demand zone here is holding. Price went up, broke above. So I'm expecting some reactions at this order block here. On the 5 minutes, inaonekana vizuri. We have an LC1. This is liquidity entry model. But since tomorrow is on Monday, we don't know how the market is going to open. We'll just see how price is going to do. This was my zone on Friday. Nilikuwa naona zangu. So maybe if price is going to come liquidate this area, this all liquidity is here, this zone, then we take the buys, it's going to be fine. Because this zone is a discount area. Yeah. That's what I have on XAU and GBP, JPY. Sija analyze vizuri, but price reacted to this buy to sell wicks and gave us a reaction, but it's a weak reaction, so I'm expecting some liquidation on this low here. Oh, sorry. Let's just use this for her. Internal, we are bearish. Internal, this internal, we are bullish. And now price came, mitigated this area, but failed to give us change of character or market structure shift. So I'm expecting this low here to be swept. That's what I'm seeing. Because we can see here price is creating some liquidities. Yeah, I'm expecting for price to come, respect this demand, then we push lower. Maybe come liquidate this, and then we go up, or we just go to these demand areas here. 15 minutes, sija analyze bado. I don't want to give you some things that are not good. So that's what I see. That's my view on those 3 pairs.
Thank you.
Back to
Thank
you,
you.
Benji.
Thank you so much, Ivy. Thank you so much for those setups. Also, I'm still bearish also on GJ. There's one thing that usually happens so many times: whenever gold is buying, GJ is selling, and whenever gold is selling, GJ is also buying. So that's why we are. If you say we are bearish, I will have to agree with you. Okay, so that's something that I've been able to notice for quite a while now. GJ and XAU, they have an inverse correlation, not a directly inverse correlation, but so many times you're going to see that happen. Okay, when gold bought, you can even see that GJ decided to sell. So, smart trader, are you in a position to share your screen and tell us what you have, and also share about BTC for traders who are trading on prop farm? Also, they can be able to get in. Smart trader. Please confirm if you can be able to share your screen and you can analyze a few pairs. Going once. Going once. Sorry for this. Going twice. Share your screen. I'm supposed to share this other screen, not that. The screen share. Sorry guys. Okay. So those are the things that we're going to be expecting for this week. I see around 10 members have left after we have analyzed gold. Washajua place gold inaelekea, so tunatafuta sell to buy. They have left. They don't want to get so much information. No, no, hala. So there's a guy who says that Derek Kiprotich asked a good question. He's asking, do we expect cut rates this December? The answer is yes, on 17th of September. 17th, mark those dates. 11th is CPI. Then 17th, we're going to be having, which is going to be the FOMC day. This is when we're going to be expecting rate cuts on 17th at 9 p.m. East African time, Kenyan time. Please, I said you guys, you're smart people. Now, if you decide to unmute your mic and you want to talk in front of people, that's not good. So 9 p.m. Kenyan time, East African time. That's when we're going to be expecting FOMC. EST time, for those who are people who are in the US, it's going to be around 2 p.m. East EST, watu wa USA. All right, it's going to be around 2 p.m. But for us, it's at 9 p.m. Kenyan time, East African time. So this is when we're going to be expecting rate cuts. And then he asks a good question. He continues to say, and yes, what is the impact in the market? Definitely, if we're having 100%, 25% basis point rate cut, it means that we are expecting a rate cut to happen. Okay, and when we're expecting a rate cut to happen, it means one thing, that the dollar is going to dump. Okay, and when the dollar decides continually to dump, it means one thing, that we are expecting gold to buy, GBP USD to buy, and Euro USD to buy. So it's as simple as that. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's what we're going to be expecting to do. All right. Any other question we having? Any other question? Any other question that you're having? Wagura Director says, Benji, I intend to ask about 3540. Okay, what about 3540? That's where you want to buy gold from? 3540? 3540? Yeah, still there, still in the zone. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. On the incoming NFP, buy again. Didn't say that. Okay, so but for now, let's maintain with 3550. For now, that's what we're going to be maintaining. Okay, smart trader ask a swing trading BTC from now until okay, a swing trade. Okay, so he's expecting a swing trade to happen. User says just an add-on. Okay, all right. So I guess we are done with the session, and I guess we are done with these setups. So gold, let's keep on buying. We might have short-term sales on this particular area. GBP USD also expecting buys and pumps to happen. Also all together, and Euro USD, we're expecting also buys to happen. All right, but Monday, Tuesday, expect some reversals or some pullbacks before we have it. Okay, so from my side, it's so simple. Please, and we're also having NASDAQ. Let me just share a very good setup on NASDAQ that I actually was able to see it. Okay, NASDAQ stocks, especially US 30 and also NASDAQ, we're expecting them to keep on pumping. Whenever the dollar is dumping, the stocks tend to keep on doing what? Keep on buying. So that's what we're expecting. This all-time highs has not been actually taken out. We're expecting it to be taken out. Okay. Also, for those who trade stocks, let's keep on looking for buys. Whenever the dollar is dumping, all the other assets actually, they're going to be green. But whenever dollar is bearish, you're going to see reds on those particular. I hope I'm getting it right. That's the all-time high. I don't think we have an all-time high. Not really. So this was the previous all-time high. So we're expecting more pumps to continue also on the stocks. Okay, pound, euro, more buys. So until there, thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure. Just before I finish up and I wrap it up, for those who are really interested in joining the private VIP community, please, you can be able to decide to join in and be able to take your trading to the next level. Just to let you know that we're having a 20% discount on all our membership plans that we are having currently, the monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and lifetime. This is a chance for you to be able to access mentorship classes every single morning, live trading sessions 2 times a week, daily premium signals, advanced technical analysis class, advanced fundamental class, mindset development class, pro-farm guidance to being funded. And also once you get funded, what you're supposed to be risking is actually quite lower. That's what we teach. And 24 hours support system or support that we're going to be able to have. So we're having a 20% discount on this. Join us. We are around 42 members who are there. Please welcome. And this is a chance for you to be able, if you're a struggling trader, and this is only for traders, serious traders who love to get to be part of this, you can be able to enroll. Text me on 0722-683-429 to be able to join. Also, this is for only traders who are seriously trading, and also traders who are actually on prop farm also altogether. Another thing, we are having our September Forex classes that are supposed to begin tomorrow on Monday, and we have a number of people who have already signed up. So this is for the beginners. For people who are actually new to trading, we have a good module breakdown from introduction to Forex, price action trading, fundamental analysis, SMC concepts, this liquidity concepts mastery, trade entry and exit criteria, risk management guidelines, and also a mindset development class every Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for 5 weeks. And as I promised you guys from the Eldoret Forex Summit that we had, I promised you to have a 50% off, which is actually happening. And the deadline for this, I've actually pushed it from today to tomorrow, Monday. So if you have any beginner trader, if you're a beginner trader, or if you know any beginner trader who knows that he or she is going to benefit, please link me up with them, or please text me on this number so that at least you're going to be able to be part of the September cohort group. So those are the few announcements that we are having. So we're getting into the second week of September. Let's prepare those charts, let's prepare our accounts, and let's get ready for a good trading week altogether. So from me, it's very simple. Wishing you a profitable week, and may peeps be with you. So thank you so much, and have a lovely week altogether. Asanteni sana.